So, good night, everyone. Good night. Welcome to Dare to Tell, a platform where you can come and you can talk about anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything, issues, drama, pain, trauma, you name it, success, whatever it is, you feel free to share it on this platform. So tonight we're going to have a discussion on friendship. I'm your host, Donna, and tonight I have with me my beautiful friend, Lisa, who is my co-host tonight. And I have some wonderful, wonderful ladies with me, and they will introduce themselves. And so let this be a platform where you can come and just share whatever it is that you'd like to share. We're on YouTube as Dare to Tell. And if you want to get in touch with us, the email is daretotellall@gmail.com. Please like, subscribe, and share. All right. So ladies, tonight we will be talking about friendship. And I would love for each of you just to identify yourself so the audience knows who you are. And we will begin. Starting with Mervia. Mute.
Okay. Good night, everyone. My name is Mervia Scott. Nice to meet all of you on the panel. Looking forward to this discussion.
Paula.
Good night, everyone. My name is Paula Townsend. Thank you.
Chris.
And I am Christine Thompson. I am sister to the co-host, Donna.
Debbie, go ahead.
I'm Deborah King. Hello, everyone. And Donna and Chris is one of my good friends. Hello, everyone.
Donna.
Oh, hold on. Okay, good night, everyone. My name is Donna, but I am the original Donna. All right.
Oh, Lord. And I'm unique. and my beautiful co-host, Lisa, she will also introduce herself.
Hi, good night, everyone. My name is Lisa Mitchell. And as Donna said, I am her co-host for tonight. And I'm hoping that we will have a great discussion on friendship.
Yes. And so tonight, I just want to open the floor to whoever wants to speak. I just want to find out how we each define friendship, because when we talk about friendship, everybody has a different meaning of that word, because a lot of people use it loosely, and some of us, we take it dear to our hearts, because for me, friendship is family also. You know, you don't have to be related by blood to actually be family. So I take friendship very dear to my heart. And when I call you a friend, I call you family. And so tonight I would love to get each of you to give us the definition of what you call friendship. Whoever wants to start can start.
I will go.
Okay, Donna.
Okay. All right. So as you said, it's not blood that makes you family. To me, I take my friends very personal, and I always realize I wear my heart on my sleeve. So when I feel like I love somebody and it's not reciprocated, it's kind of hard. And to me, like my friend is like my sister. I don't separate to say because Donna, you have your sister on the line, and me and you is good friend. It doesn't matter because she's your sister that you would treat me different from her because you guys are blood. I realize sometimes even your own blood don't be treated as good as someone who's not bloodline related treat you better. So my friend, I keep them, I keep them dear to my heart. I can truly say, you know, when you have a friend, you look up to people, and when you put people in certain standard, and when they fail you, it's like, I felt like I put too much trust in friends. That was my big downfall. I put too much trust, and then I felt like I got hurt, and they were not who I put them up on pedestal, you know, and I don't want like friends. I don't want that kind of relationship. Maybe when I was younger, we could play the little silly rabbit trick games, but especially we're in Christ, because we're going to say woman of God, because if we're in the world, we know you don't talk to me, I don't give a rooty tooty, like, because we're going to play, we don't care. But when we say we're in God, where we have more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you can't just say you have a friend coming back from, what I'm saying, from South, it's a single, something like that. And then in one thing, something happens, and then you're not friends anymore. And, people just forget, the ride and die. Everything is always like a cliche to me. It would say ride and die, and then all of a sudden, Lisa also is on here. Our next friend that I hold dear, she always tell me, Donna, sometime, if I rub you hard, it's because I care, because, I'm not gonna pretty nothing up to you and behind your back, I kill you. I rather tell you, be stern with you in front, and when I'm done, I'm done. It was kind of hard to adjust to, because Lisa is strong. What I mean? So when she does that, I'm like, Lord God, I'll call her one side. I don't want to confront in front of people, what I mean? And then she will say, no, Donna, I don't mean it like that. So I said, sometimes I feel away, and then she can say, okay, then I hear it, because people got to meet people at their need. You can't tell me, oh, I feel, no, you're not to feel that way. No, if I'm telling you, I mean, I like how you deal with me certain way, you're supposed to respect that and try to make adjustment, right? Because people will just want to slide it on the run. Or why you're upset? And me don't like that. What I mean? You got to meet me halfway and say, okay, we all fall short, the word of God says, so we're not perfect, and we can say stuff to hurt people the wrong way. And as long as we can announce, say, if I made you feel that way, that's not my intention. And I'm good to forgive, I don't want to bother up my heart. So that's my thing, sisterhood, friendship, ride and die, we do everything together. There's trust, that trust me. Don't think that because, I'm going to tell somebody else, just trust me. If you say I'm your friend, just trust me. Because me can't bother with the backbiting and, and all that behind your back. So to me, that's what I see a friend is, my sister.
Okay. Anyone else? Your definition
Okay,
of
I'll
friendship?
go next.
Mhm.
Oh my God. So I can truly say I have one of my best friends on the line, Deborah, and we've been friends for over 20 something
some
years.
years.
Yeah. So for me, friendship is it's like everybody needs somebody special to laugh with, to share your secret with, to celebrate life with. But friendship aren't just about enjoying, good times together, but maintaining true friendship is important just for your physical and your spiritual well-being, for your emotional well-being as well. And having good friends also means being one, like in one accord, and not just being one, but there's a value in having a true friend who's also a godly friend. So I can say just holding on, like if you're holding on to anger and resentment from friends that drain you, those are the ones you need to let go. But I can truly say friendship is having someone like a sisterhood who you value and trust. And I can truly say Deborah is one of those friends, and that means the world to me. Not even just that, but also being a woman of God and having godly friends.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, I'll go. I'm with you, Chris. Me and you have been through a lot, and she is one of my truly best friends. I think of friendship as the way you said it, Donna. A friend is really close. Sometimes it's closer than your sisters. But when you have a really good friend and you can trust that friend and you can tell that friend the truth, and that friend might get upset, but she won't say, we ain't friends no more, or we can't be friends because I've hurt your feelings or whatever. And Chris and I have been through so much together. And Chris is one of them ones that I can tell her something and I tell her in love and she will not be mad about it. She might, and the same opposites. She can do the same thing to me. I might get upset, but that's my girl. She's my ride or die. So I can take her criticism and I can say, okay, I appreciate appreciate you telling me stuff and putting me, keeping me on the right track. So
Okay.
friendship is a strong word and it's really powerful. And you have to not take advantage of the friendship, but put work into the friendship, because
Amen.
friendship is work. So
Absolutely. It's a
It's a marriage.
relationship. And whatever relationship you have, you have to work on it. So Mervia,
yes, amen.
you're muted. Mervia,
Yeah.
yeah.
Time, eh? So I'm a little bit different. I love my friends. I have very close friends. I think for me, I have a little bit of trust issues in the sense that my friends might not be someone that I have to be careful of. They might not be, but I'm not at the place to share secrets with anyone. If it's secrets, it's not leaving my mouth. I don't have that friend where if someone says something to me in confidence, I go and tell another friend. I don't have that kind of friendship with anyone. If someone says something to me, the minute it's in confidence, it stays. However, I love my friends to the point where friendship is giving, friendship is love, friendship is covering them, friendship is doing things with them. I am not afraid to, like, if I'm at my worst moment, shame, my body's exposed, I know my friends will cover me. You know what I mean? But I don't, again, it might be trust issue, which I've had in the past. Close people have let me down. So when it comes on to secrets, I don't share them with anyone. I kind of just hold on to that. But I want to say this about my friends. They know me and I know them. This is another issue that I have, and I don't know if it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. I would want to change that, but again, trust, and it's not easy for me to change it. Now, I'm gonna say this, and some of you might be able to help me with it, right? I have a friend, and I know, and they're close to me, and I know that their significant other's cheating. I don't know how to tell them.
We talked about that a long time ago, yeah?
I don't know how to tell them, because I know that when two people, you might mean well, but when two people are in bed,
Yeah.
Your friendship is on the line.
Yeah.
And also, if I don't tell the person, it might seem like I'm not a good friend.
Yeah.
However, I will have a conversation with the cheater. I will have
Exactly.
a conversation with the cheater,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to tell my friend that I saw your other half doing this. I don't know if it's wrong, but I was raised that way.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have other friends who knows and might point it out to me and say, but this is your friend. And I feel like it could go back the wrong way. And they think that I'm not loyal. I am very loyal. But it's such a thin line that this is your other half. This is the person you spend your life with. This is the person you share intimacy with. It's hard for me to expose certain things. That's just not who I am. So even many people say things about me that is not true because they don't know me.
always been there.
I don't know how to talk about those things, honestly.
Yeah.
And I have had friends where, for instance, I thought we were very close. And I noticed she went to an event, and I noticed what others were wearing. They were basically in gowns. They were in gowns. And you can go to a formal event and you not necessarily have to be in a gown. You could be in a
Right.
nice cocktail dress as well.
Mhm.
So she was showing me the pictures, and I simply said to her, girl, I'm gonna take you shopping, because in my opinion, she looked different from the others for the
Mhm.
function. I never meant anything bad. And she says, what's wrong with my dress? And I said, nothing is wrong with your dress. I just wouldn't wear it to that event.
Mhm.
She's like, she kind of felt a way, but I didn't mean it that way. So she kind of says, she'll talk to me later. Then she called me back and she said, I'm not happy for her. She's been in the house locked up, and, the minute she went out. So I said to her, as a matter of fact, I love your dress. I would wear your dress. It's just that all I was saying to you, and I kind of felt bad that the others who were dressed up in their fancy gown didn't point it out to you, because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
And she felt uncomfortable, and I apologized, but it went on and on and on and on. And I've also noticed that it happens so many times. You have to know your friends. You
Yeah.
gotta know if your friends mean you well.
Yeah.
And I really had to remove myself from that friendship in a nice way. I
Yeah.
said, you don't trust me, and there's a trust issue, and this has been happening no matter what I did. This has been happening for years and years and years. And she also spoke to someone else, and the person said, no man, Mervia mean good. You don't know Mervia? Mervia meant well. So it's hard for me, but guys, don't get me wrong. I have friends that I do many things with. It's just that part of friendship that I don't know how to negotiate that part. I don't know how to say certain things. And maybe you guys can help me out. I don't know if I'm doing it the wrong way, but that part is hard.
But like for her, and maybe she has some insecurity problem, because if
She
you know
does,
your
she does.
friend, that's the thing. If you know your friend and you know she means well, you take it, because it's a criticism that's good for you. And if you know
Yeah.
your friend and she's saying, well, I'm not telling her you shouldn't wear that dress because everybody decked out and whatever, you would have looked good in different, much better in this, and take and know that you mean well,
Yeah.
and not be offended by that. So I think it's her own insecurities that were probably, because if you said it's something that keeps going on for years and years and years. So even if you had said something else, she probably would have taken it
Yeah.
the wrong way because of her insecurities. So yeah, Paula.
I just wanted to jump in before Paula started.
Yes.
And me too after go, Lisa. Yeah.
One of the things that I want to say is that friendship, I believe, goes in different tiers. They go in different tiers because you have people that are the inner core, and then you have friends that are the outer core.
Mhm.
And what I mean by that is that you have people that are really close to you, and you can say certain things. One of the things that I think we don't do is we do not take the time out to get to know and understand people. And sometimes we classify everyone as a friend, but sometimes some people are not really friends. They're just acquaintances. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you have a friend, and I say this to Paula, and I listened to Donna earlier when she was saying some of the things in terms of myself and her, our relationship is that when I say something to a friend, as a friend, I believe you're supposed to be able to tell your friend the truth. And that friend is supposed to know you, that you're not causing injury. You're not saying anything to cause injury. When you have a friend and you take that person close and dear to your heart and you love that person, you don't want to hurt that person. You don't want to see that person go the wrong way. So if you have to point things out, sometimes it could get harsh. But that friend is supposed to know that, you know what, you're not saying these things to cause injuries. You're saying these things because the person cares about you. And you have to understand that as a friend. If you don't understand that as a friend, that means you and that person have not really gotten to the place where you are really close friends. Because a friend will rub you the wrong way sometimes. But at the end of the day, you know that it's because of love why they're rubbing you the wrong way. Because if I have a friend and they can't tell me the truth, they're not my friend.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely. I agree.
And I'm wanting to say with what Mervyn was saying, the thing about the spouse, when you mention if you're a good friend or a bad friend, to say that, I understand where you're coming from, where you would not want to tell somebody, but I've been in situation, I told somebody before, a true story. It was something with, I think a guy, it was my boyfriend, something. And if you know something and you confront him and you didn't tell me, of course I'm going to be really upset, because I said, Imati, you got to tell me this. I may feel you're not a friend, but if you tell me you went and you confronted and you had my back and you never tell anyone, I'm fine. You know who I have the problem with? Friends, them know about your man, then tell everybody else, and them don't tell you. And I have a problem with that. That one will cut you off clean. Me see that happen before, because if you know something, you're not going to see my husband and me and your friend, and you know he's doing something wrong, like Lisa, or anyway, guys, see Robert cheating, and if you go to him personally by yourself, fine, and you let him know, if very, me I gotta tell Donna. But if you can't tell Lisa, Paula, Chris, Deborah, and everybody know the secret except for me, I have a problem with that.
Okay.
That would be my take on that situation.
And I can also
as long as you keep,
I just want to say something quickly.
Go ahead.
Sometimes, Donna, other people know and you don't tell them. It's other people see this person with other women.
Okay.
But you don't have to say anything. And then sometimes people who see them and know that the wife is your friend will call you and say, you need to talk to your friend. And I won't talk to my friend. The only time I will talk to my friend is when I address it with this individual and say, if it continues, I'm going to have to talk to my friend. But I'm not just going to go behind back and make mischief, because I remember introduced someone, another girl to a guy, and this is friend from back home. We're friends, we're close. And I introduced them and they were going out. And later on, I found out that this guy went back to his wife. And I told my girlfriend, I said, this is what I heard. And it's a fact, because I'm also in a conversation with the wife. But maybe Francine, you should put your phone on mute for a bit. So I went and I had a talk with her and I said, listen, this is what is happening. And I want you to know, because I introduced you guys and now I'm finding out that he's back with his wife. So I want you to know this. And she cut me off. She cut me off. I did not realize that she knew. So it was an affair. Yeah. She knew that he went back with his wife and she was okay with it. But I didn't know that. All I was thinking is that I'm the one who introduced them. So now he's back with his wife. She don't know. It's gonna seem like I'm putting these two people together and this man is with his wife. Eventually, she was the one who says, Mervia, I know you meant well. I know you from we were small. So I know you meant well, and I know, but she says some things you just gotta let it go. You don't have to tell a person about everything. And that's when I realized that she knew and she was okay with it. I was just trying to help. So guess what?
Mhm.
Murphy, I don't do it anymore.
Oh, it
I
backfired.
don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to give an example. This is something that I have seen years ago. So I know, like, I'm a friend of a friend, because you know, you have friends that have other friends. So she was married. This friend was married, not my friend, but my friend's friend was married, and her husband was cheating. So my friend seemed fit to tell her. And you know what the husband said? The husband said that my friend was lying because she didn't want him, and all kinds of stuff. You understand? So it caused a friction between the friendship because she actually believed her husband. And so what do you do? Because she believes her husband. I mean, like you said, Mervia, when two head laid on Pampila nighttime, yeah, you don't know. So she believed her husband that yes, my friend really wanted her husband. That's why she come and tell that lie, according to him. So in situations like that, like, what do you do? You know what I mean? So it's a thin line.
I think for me, sis, and I want to go back to Murphy's first example where she said, do she tell her friend about the husband cheating? For me, and this is just me personal, if you are considered my friend and I know 100% that you're my friend, meaning true friendship, I would want to know.
Yeah.
I personally would want to know. You know what? If you switch it up, if you put yourself in that person's shoes, would you want to know?
Right.
So you have to think about
I
that.
would
For me, I
definitely-
know
And you also got to remember who the friend is, because
and I always say consider your source, but
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, come with the receipts, because I'm gonna want to see receipts.
So you know what, Donna, what's your
Chris.
sister's name?
Christine.
Chris.
Mhm.
I was married and I had a cheating husband. You know what? I know this is out there and you guys know me. I'm like an open book.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things that he did that I did not know. You see, after the divorce, I'm hearing things that, oh my God, it makes so much sense. And these are close friends that didn't tell me. I was never angry with them once because guess what? I understood why they didn't tell me.
right.
And I didn't die in the process of it.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
die in the process of it. I learned that people were saying stuff like, it's so unfortunate that he's doing these things and she don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
that's
die.
your personal experience.
Yes,
You have to think about that other individual, and you might use in that personal experience to not express how
I
you
think
feel
so.
to that
Yeah,
individual.
yes.
So sometimes you have to, rethink it or be like, okay, if you were in that person's shoes, what would you say? And
Yeah.
if you should tell them or not. So it depends. It really depends.
Absolutely. And through the process of it, I wondered what would there are times when I thought about it and I said, had I known that, I would have maybe exited a long time ago. Had
Right.
I known that, and then you think, these people must have been laughing at me, But I didn't know, and I never held it against anyone for not telling me.
And then you could have
Because
been
I
doing more
understood
harm than
why
good
they
too.
didn't
By
tell me.
not telling her, it could be doing more harm than good.
Even telling me could do more harm too, because I walked away and it wasn't anybody who told me anything.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It wasn't anyone who pushed me with information. I found out my own thing on my own, and I made the decision that this is not going to work. This is not what I want.
So I need you guys' opinion. And me and Deborah is going through this with another girlfriend of ours that we're really close. And Debbie,
I was so
I think
hoping
it's
you were
okay
gonna
to
bring
talk
that up.
about it because
Yes.
they don't know who it is. So
Yes. I was
right
praying
now
you would
we
talk
have a
about it.
close friend who is dating a distant cousin. But for me personally, I have a problem with that because cousin is cousin. I don't care how distant you are, how far you are down the line, your cousin. So it's kind of hard to address it with her without giving my own opinion, but right now we're struggling with it because she's saying it's complicated. And we're saying it's
No,
not
you're missing something.
complicated.
She told me, and I told her, you were wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And she did not receive it well.
So how would
She's
you
not
guys
talking to me
handle
right
it
now.
if you have a girlfriend that's dating a cousin that's distant and you know where each of you have that spiritual walk with God, and how would you address it to that individual or to your friend? Because when I said friends, we're like sisters.
Anybody want
20
to answer
years
that?
plus.
Why does it affect you guys?
Because I don't think it's biblically correct, right?
But that's your
Hmm.
opinion, Chris, because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's
yeah,
why we're here.
but you shouldn't have a problem with that because they're grown, they're adults. They
Mhm.
know, I mean, who am I to say that this is not biblically correct? I am not the Lord. They have to answer to him later
Right,
on.
right. And I've
Their
said
faith.
that.
So
That's
you
she
shouldn't
got
have
to
a
take that
problem
up.
with it. It's their
Right.
faith. You know what I mean?
But
It's their thing.
spiritually and where I am, again, yes, that's my opinion, but it's something that I'm struggling with.
But you
because I
shouldn't
don't
though.
know.
You shouldn't because it's not you.
Wait a
You
minute, Donna.
shouldn't take up that weight though on you.
Donna, see, this is the thing.
Mhm.
It was brung to us. And when you bring something to me
Mhm.
and I know it's not right, I'm a little harsh, so I am going to tell you how I feel.
Oh, absolutely.
But this is the thing. I probably wouldn't have been so, it wouldn't even matter. The thing is, by us being friends for so long, we had no idea what was going on. She did not tell us anything. And it seemed, well, Chris, we know she was just sneaking around, and it's like every time we would call, she wouldn't be there, she wouldn't answer, whatever. She called whenever. But it was like when she finally told us what was going on, it's like, really? What? How in the
Wow.
world are we supposed to respond to this?
So
So
I want to jump in here.
Yeah.
that was my whole thing.
So my dad always says to me, when someone comes to you with their business, you have the right to give them your opinion because they
Thank you.
came to you with their
Right.
business.
Thank you.
But doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to accept what you have to say.
Absolutely.
So you can give your opinion and you can tell them, by all means, you can tell them you do not agree with what they're
Right.
doing. That is your opinion. However, that's their opinion to do what they choose to do. They are two adults
Absolutely.
and they are consenting to whatever they are in.
Yeah.
So that is up to them. You
Right.
have the right to tell them you don't
Yeah.
agree with what
Yes.
they're doing, but that's where it stops.
That's right. That's right.
Once you tell them
Yeah,
and they continue, that's on them.
exactly.
That's right. I totally agree with you, Lisa. That's what I was trying to say, that yes, you can give your opinion, tell them how you feel,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
don't take it on you as a burden because they're adults.
Oh,
They're going to do
no.
what they want to do regardless.
Yeah.
It's true. I probably would have
Okay.
said, well, I know there's a shortage of men, but it's not that bad. Like,
That's what I wanted to say so
That's what
bad.
we would say,
I
like,
was
come on.
gonna find
But
But I'm
Donna,
like, come on
it's
now.
not even a matter of shortage of men.
I know, but
Regardless of who she meets and she wants to do her deed and
And then I
have a
would say-
relationship, whoever,
That's right.
you just give her your
I would just give my opinion. I'd have to
as
put
a
that in
friend.
first.
And that's what we did.
We
And I would
did.
put
We
that in
did that.
first, and then I would just give her my opinion, because to me, in the back of my mind, regardless, it's still cousin, right? And that can affect the family to
Yeah.
know,
And
say,
it did.
you know,
This
It
is the
did.
thing. The
It affected
family
her
don't
mom.
know.
and the family
don't
didn't
know.
know,
But
and
see,
she hid it from them, and it's like they know something is going on,
Going on.
but
They
she
just don't know
don't
what.
wanna
That's
tell them
one
because
hot
she
mess.
know how the family is
but
gonna
That
react.
is a hot mess.
trust
That
me,
is a hot
like-
mess.
like we said, you can give your honest opinions and tell them how you feel. But adults are going to do what they want to do regardless. It doesn't make
That's
sense
right.
you take that on as a
That's
burden
That's
because
right.
you cannot
said
live
my
her
piece.
life. You know what I
Can I
mean?
say something, guys?
Let the family deal with it.
I'm done with it. Yeah.
This is another thing that that I would, maybe address. It's okay for you, as Lisa said and the others said, it's okay for you to disagree because it's your friend. She asks you for your opinion. But you can nicely say to your friend that, again, you don't agree with it, you're not comfortable with it. But if that's what you want to do and it makes you happy, I'm still going to be your friend. That
Right.
shouldn't determine your friendship between her and you, you still got to be there. Because I remember at one point, and we learn from each other, because I used to have this attitude about me was stink, honestly. But I remember at one point when I kind of started to feel a little bit lonely, I almost went back to my ex. He came back and he says, let's try, we're married and whatever, and it's 21 years and stuff. And I thought about it, and I had a meeting with my children, and my little fierce one, that is also his child, she says, Mom, I'll tell you this. If you want to go back, that's fine. But him not change, I the same man. She went on to say, whatever decision you make, as long as you're happy with it, I'm going to be right here. If it work, I am here. And if it no work, I am right here. But just know that he hasn't changed. It's the same man with the same issues. I'm gonna love you just the same, but just know what you're getting into. So for me, that was a pill that I took. I walked away. I went away for the weekend and I thought about it. And I'm saying, this is his own child. What is it that she's seen that I'm not seeing? But I had the opportunity to look over the whole situation and I made the decision not to go. So sometimes when you talk to your friends out of love, sit her down, this is it, that's your choice, this is your decision. We're going to be here for you regardless. This is how we think, this is how it looks. It doesn't look good. It's not right. We're not royal family here, Leave that mess to the royals. But, you have that discussion and you say, we're going to be here, whether it work or it don't work, it doesn't look good. And you show her why it doesn't look good.
Right.
Because right now she's in love, she maybe don't realize. And then you
That's
take it from there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Thank you for that.
So,
Okay, once I realized what I did, how I said it, I went to her before we even got off the phone. I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry the way I delivered it, but that's my truth. That's, what you're doing is not right, but I am no judge and I'm definitely no God. So I'm sorry. And I apologize. So I know she is in her feelings and she don't want to communicate. She don't want to talk to me. I understand that. But I'm not trying no more. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm
okay,
not
so
gonna
let me get to Paula. I haven't heard
Oh,
Paula.
Paula.
Paula, your definition of friendship
Deborah
and,
after.
huh?
Let's hear from Paula, and I want to address that after.
Yes.
Okay, as you guys are talking about the lady who is with her cousin, I am just going to say something on that because Lisa and I had a conversation, not to do with cousin, but I said something to her. I think it was yesterday or today, and I said to her, if you're doing something that I don't agree with, say if she was supposed to, she's going to date somebody, and I don't agree with it, I said to her, depending on how I think she would feel, I am going to base my decision on the fact that no matter what she decides, I'm going to stand by her regardless.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is the way I look at it for Deborah and Christine with their longtime best friend. Probably it's a tone that you delivered your truth in.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
So it doesn't matter whatever, if it's her cousin, distant cousin, near cousin, far cousin, it doesn't matter. That happened in the Bible and these people survived. So we can't even say it's not biblical because it happens a lot in the Bible and these people did survive it. But the bottom line is it's her choice. And as her friend, you're going to love her regardless and you're going to stand by her decision.
And
Even if you don't agree with
I
it.
told her that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And back to the friendship thing for me now.
Yeah.
As Mervia said, I have lots of trust issues, but I consider there different levels to friendship. And I would say some people are really acquaintances that I'll probably do things with. But for me, my friend, well, I have one very close friend. That's what I would say, one very close friend, because you have to trust somebody, right? And this is my good time person, my bad time person. When I'm up person, when I am down person, right? So this is my 365 or 366, depending on if it's a leap year or a regular year. This is the person, right? That I know it doesn't matter whether I am in a good mood or I'm in a bad mood. This is my friend, right? This is the person who's gonna tell me the undiluted truth. I might like it, I might not like it. And the thing is, whenever I don't like it, I still listen and I'm a thinker. I'm the person who play over conversations in my head all the time. I'm always thinking. So when she tells me something that I don't like, I mull over it, I think over it, and then I'll come back. And if I agree after, I will say, okay, you were right. Right? So this is it. I am thinking of the friend who's gonna be there through thick and thin. Whether it's good, whether it's bad. And somebody that I know that I can trust. That is what I call a friend. Yeah. Because for me, I have two sisters, yeah? Two sisters, yeah, I have two sisters alive. I don't have the conversations, the conversation that I have with my friend, I don't have it with my sisters. Because my friend is closer than my sister. It's a strange thing, but it's the truth. My friend is closer than my sister. Because my two sisters are all the way in the United States. This friend, if something happened, I can call. I don't have to ask. Listen to what I said. I don't have to ask if she'll be there. I am telling you, she'll be there. This is not an if, but, or, and. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That is what I call friendship. This is somebody that it doesn't matter what the situation. Because I have so many instances where I have proven who the person is. Right? I fell sick at work. The person is working late. And I was at the hospital all the way downtown Toronto. And I was at the hospital for hours before I said I contacted her and I tell her where I am. This is somebody who finished work late and drive come downtown. I remember when we got to Derry Road and airport, it was like 12 midnight. No, you tell me. That is the type of person that I call my friend. These are the things that I look into, somebody who's gonna be there for me. Whether it's rainy, whether it's sunny, it doesn't matter. somebody who I can trust, that when I say to that person, I don't have a qualm saying, okay, this is what is going on. Because I know when I say to the person, it stays with the person.
Exactly.
If I did something wrong, the person is going to say, listen, you do this and you're wrong. That is the bottom line. I either like it or I don't like it.
Right.
And it's the same thing where I can say to the person, listen, you do this and you're wrong. I don't agree with it. Right? Because you can't have a friend where she can tell you something and then you can tell her something. Right? So that
Right.
is what I consider friendship.
Absolutely. Paula, you said it in a nutshell, and there's so many points to what you said, and it is so
You
true.
sure did, girl. You
Because
wrapped this
trust
thing up.
is one of the biggest things when it comes to friendship. Trust. It's like, it's a relationship. So once you have that trust, I mean, I had a friend that was in the hospital. I don't have a car. I should say I don't have a car. I didn't have a car then, and she was in the hospital. As soon as I heard that she was in the hospital, and it was far, it's not in Toronto. Girl, I bus it. I'd find the connecting buses to all the way to Brampton, and it was cold. And I was there, and she was like, how did you get here? Boss, you're my friend, so that's why I'm there. It doesn't matter how I got there, but I'm here by your side. And from that day, she was like, boy, Donna, I look at you different, because many people wouldn't do this. I said, well, when we are friend for life. You understand? And, so the trust is a big thing,
Yeah.
and not many have that. There's so many different levels to friendship, because I can call you a friend. It doesn't mean that you call me the same. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Mhm.
realize the older I get, the less my circle becomes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I didn't lost so many girlfriends who I thought were my friends. And I think because of that, when you think somebody's your friend till they see your growth and where you're going, because they always say, you can't take everybody with you where you're going, who you think is your friends. And the older I get, my circle has definitely gotten smaller. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because if you have one or two girlfriends, you can say you have friends. So I'm okay with that. And it is what it is. But the value, I think, like the Bible said, in the last days, folks are gonna get, they be lovers of self. And I see that all the time, and they just become selfish, lovers of themselves, and either they just go ghost on you, or God just starts showing you things that realize that's who they act like they are. That's not who they are, right? So it's like friendship to me means it's like a sisterhood. And again, like everyone used the word trust, you have to be able to trust that person and love that person as if that person is a sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can honestly say, Chris is my sister, because every time I have MS, and every time she's there for me. She has been there for me. It was like so many things that we have been through. I just can't imagine. We're both married. We both love our husbands, and we share everything. We talk, and I trust her and she trusts me. So it's like this friend that we have, I'm a little disappointed, but like Chris said, we have grown so much, and it's things that I just don't want to put up with no more. I mean, when I call Chris, I can say she's going to be there for me. But when I call her, it's like, okay, it's always, well, what time or how long or whatever. But with Chris, she's like, I'm there. It's like that. So I don't know if this is God's way of telling me. And just because, yeah, she's messing with that guy, but it's just that this is not one thing. Chris knows me and her have been through a lot together. So it's like, I don't know if God is trying to tell me, remove yourself,
Can I say
because I
something?
think I'm holding on more than anything to the friendship. And I don't think the friendship has ever been equal.
Can I say something on that? Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
please.
as Lisa said earlier, you have different friends and different friends have different levels. There's a group of us as girls and we do hang out and we're very close, very close. They know me, they understand me. They know what I'll do and what I won't do. For instance, I'm very lazy when I'm with my friends. Very lazy. So I work very hard. And when I hang out with them, I'm not doing nothing. So they'll have a food and they'll say, guys, help yourself. I ain't helping myself. I ain't doing nothing. I'm not sharing no food. I want to be catered to. So there is a set of them will say, let that be, go grab the food. And there's this one, it's okay, honey, I'll share your food.
Oh,
Just put my foot up, and that's unison.
yes, yes.
That one,
Yeah.
the others, they're not doing it. Better get up. When we go to, and the funny thing, when they come over to my house, I cater to them. They don't have to do anything. But if it's a buffet, get your backside up and go share. I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing and I'm not moving. And they're not there to say, who the hell you think you are? Eventually, they're going to get me my food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have different levels of friend. And I'm not angry with them because they're not sharing my food. I'll be
Right.
hungry. I'm not getting up. I'm not sharing.
Right.
But Uni will get up and she says, okay, baby, I'll get you your food. Uni got sick. And you guys know how there's so many people died through COVID.
Mhm.
And I was very sick and I went to the doctor. I went to the hospital because I was around someone who had COVID and she passed away. So I rushed to the hospital because I wasn't feeling well. And as the day I came from the hospital, my friend finally told me that she's in the hospital in DR and she don't know if she's gonna make it. I can't tell you guys how I felt. I felt like I was dying that day. I sat at my computer and I even called the embassy in Ottawa to fly her in because nobody could visit her. We all remember what happened with COVID. She had nobody around her. She couldn't breathe. Nothing was happening. And she had her niece trying to get all these things done. The minute I pick up my phone, I called Sun Life to fly her in. I called Ottawa. I was calling the Prime Minister's office, like everything. I was on it because this is my friend. And for her to die with nobody around her, there was one point where I couldn't even breathe because I was so fearful that she was going to die and we're not there. She's by herself. And Ottawa said, because everywhere has COVID, there's nothing they can do. And all I did was went down on my knees and prayed for her until she got back here. So you have different levels of friend. And as I say, some of them won't share the food for me, but I still love them and they love me.
And they stay at that level.
And anything that is happening, those girls are going out of their way. Oh, it's Mervia's birthday. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's get her this. They do love me, but they ain't sharing my food.
Right,
And it
right.
does
Right.
not change the level of friendship or
Yeah.
the care that I have for them. I already know and they know. So you have these two friends, my darling Deborah and they're two different people with two different personalities. You
Right.
just gotta love some from a distance.
Yes.
And don't
absolutely.
change the fact that you hold on to what you believe, but you're still gonna love your friend.
Yeah.
I might call upon that one to say, do this for me, and she's there. But the other one is gonna find all the excuses in the world. And guess what? I
Yep.
know, but I still love her. It's not
Yeah.
going to change how I feel because I know that one personality. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
know them by their personalities. And I am not going to jeopardize my friendship because they're different. They might say the same thing about me. When she come over here, she's lazy. She would even get up and share her food. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Marvy,
Okay.
I'm like you sometimes, because I
Hold
was
on,
with Debbie.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Hold on a bit. Hold on a bit. We just have Francine has just joined us, and so I'd love to hear Francine's take on friendship. What friendship? How does she define friendship? What it means to her? And if you have a story to tell regarding friendship, where did she go?
I'm
Okay.
here. Can you hear me, Donna?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. My computer is broken now, so I was like freaking out trying to get this thing working. But I kind of was hearing in and out of what you guys were talking about. But to me, friendship has always been like a sisterhood. I grew up with 3 brothers, being the only girl. And so whenever I have a friend, I always hold that friend very near and dear to me as a sister. And you're saying about sharing story?
If you have one.
You're saying
your
something
friendship.
like, what do you mean?
No, like Mervia was just giving an example of her friends, like, she's lazy and they don't want to share the food, or if your friend did something, whatever it is, that you want to share regarding something that happened with you and a friend or something good, it doesn't matter. Just
So many things, but I'm that friend that loves her house, love to be home. And so sometimes I'm called a party pooper by somebody who's online. And because that person is, I mean, everybody, we all have different personalities, right? It says 7 brothers, 7 different minds. And I'm more of, I can't really say I'm an introvert, but I'm more comfortable with just, being home. I do like to socialize and I do like to get out. And sometimes I have to kind of talk to myself to do that because I get so complacent with just, work to church to home or whatever. But I do like to socialize. And once I'm out with the, the right people, and I do know how to have fun. But once I develop a relationship with you, I'm the type of person, I'll be one of the most quiet people in the group because I'm very observant. So I will, kind of scope out and, I guess analyze everybody. And I'm very cautious as well because I've been hurt many times in the past. I'm very trusting. Like I just see you and I trust you until I find out otherwise, then I become more withdrawn or reserved. But I think friendship is a beautiful thing. It's just a matter of, okay, there's a group of friends, 4 or 5 people, and each relationship is different. Like my relationship with Lisa is different from my relationship with Paula versus my relationship with Donna, but at the same time, I still, if I call you a friend, I'm loyal. I hold you near and dear to my heart. That's just my few words.
Okay. Lisa,
Yeah.
darling. You're muted. You're muted, Lisa. Okay.
Sorry. I wanted to talk about something, but Paula kind of touched on it. When you have a friend, and let's say, for example, I'm dating someone, and I go to one of my friends and say, I'm dating this person. I really don't care whether you like the person or not. To be honest with you, I really don't care. I tell you because I take you to be my friend. I do think when I tell you, you as a friend, whether you like the person or you don't like them, you can tell me if you don't like them. But what I ask of a friend is you have to respect my choice. You don't have to agree.
Right.
You have
Yeah.
to respect my choice. So if I'm dating somebody and I say to you, you're my friend, and I confide in you that I'm dating this person, and you don't like the person, of course, I don't care if you want to tell me and give me your opinion. It's not going to make a difference to me one way or the other. Because at the end of the day, sometimes when you're in something, you trust your friend to tell them and you want their opinion.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you're the person that is in that relationship with the person. And this is why I was talking to Deborah and Chris, with your friend. I do see that, sometimes we will not always agree, but that's what friendship is. We have to disagree to agree.
Yeah.
So not everything that we're gonna always agree on as a friend, but the respect
Mhm.
should be there. So when I say something to you, you may not agree with what I'm doing or what I say, but you should be respectful enough to say, you know what, that is your choice. Because sometimes we are not always right. And as Paula said, sometimes you have to go away and come back. Because sometimes you say things and you think it's right at the moment, but when you think about it and you come back, you understand that it really wasn't
Mhm.
what you said. Because I can meet somebody and I can tell Paula or Donna or whoever, they may dislike the person, but then that person and me, that person treats me well. You might be a friend looking on the outside. You don't know how that person is treating me on the inside. So sometimes as friends, we have to be very careful also that we don't cross certain lines as a
Mhm.
and I do also believe that when you have a friend, you have to be able to, if that person tells you their truth, as a friend, you should be able to take that truth. You
Yes.
may not like everything that the friend is going to say,
Mhm.
but that's what friends do. It will rub you. Friends are like siblings. Siblings fight, but at the end of the day,
Mhm.
after the fight is done, there's still
Still
siblings.
love
You
each
can't
other.
They love each
Yeah.
other.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
change that I'm your brother or I'm your sister. Those things don't change, and that's what a friend should be like.
That's
It
right.
should
Mhm.
be like that. So it's
Mm.
not every time you're going to agree as a friend, but
Absolutely.
know that if that friend loves you, they should tell you the truth. And I said
Absolutely.
before, and I'm gonna say it again, because sometimes it's not everything that a friend tells us that we are going to like. Because
Right.
Donna said it earlier, like I would say something, and sometimes someone said it earlier, it's sometimes the delivery, and
Yeah.
sometimes the delivery can
That's
be
good
really
too.
bad,
Mhm.
but everyone's personality is different.
Yes.
So somebody might come to you and pat a cake something that is wrong, right?
Mhm.
They might pat a cake it to make you feel good because they are so afraid to offend you. But as a friend, if I'm gonna tell you something, I'm not gonna, that's the way I am. I am
Yeah.
not to pat a cake anything. I am going to tell you if I see something is wrong, I'm gonna say it's wrong. I'm not gonna go behind your back and say, you know what, I don't like what she did, whatever. No, I'm gonna tell you to your face, I
Yeah.
don't like what you did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe the delivery might come off wrong.
Yes.
You can pull me aside after and say, you know what, Lisa, you could have said it different, but I'm not gonna pretend.
Right.
I don't know how to pretend.
Me too. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think a friend should always, no matter what, should always be able to tell your friend the truth about, if you were really good friends, you should be able to tell your friend the truth I mean, the wounds of a friend, a lot of time you wound your friend, but it's in love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And yes, some people feelings get hurt quite easily, but you should be able to talk about it and say, you know what, you like Lisa just said, you know, I didn't like the way how you said it, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna say something because I remember someone was engaged one time to be married, and when she told her friend was not very supportive. She never said, I'm happy for you. She never said, oh, that's good news. She never said anything, but you could tell from the reactions, the body language, the everything, the muteness, the whole thing, that that person was not happy. And so she kind of took away herself from the person. And I'm saying, if you have a friend and they're engaged to be married, whether you like it or not, whether you like the person or not, like what Lisa said, be there for that friend, even if that relationship falls apart, because
Yes.
that's your friend. It
That's
doesn't
it.
matter if you like the person, doesn't matter if you like the fact that you're engaged to this person that you don't like, but be there for that friend, even if that relationship falls apart. And I truly, truly believe in that, because that's your support system. Your friend should be your support
Mhm.
system. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Any other words, ladies?
Mhm.
Paula, you have anything else to say?
No, that's the same thing for me. It's trust and loyalty. Somebody who's gonna be there through the good, the bad, the thick and the thin. That's basically it. And as I said, there are different levels of friendship.
Mhm. One of the things that I found out as you grow and you age and become an adult, I find that you can have friends that you can have people that comes into your life as friends, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're there for the long haul.
Yes.
They're there for a
Season.
Right.
reason. They're there
Season.
for
Yeah.
a reason they come into your life. Some people come into your life to teach you stuff, to betray you, to do all kinds of stuff. And there are times
Yes.
people come into our lives, we hold on to them so dear as a friend. They really didn't come as our friends,
Mhm.
but we form that bond and hold on to those people. And then things happen and they're out of your life and you're hurt or you're not hurt, whatever the case may be. But I say that to say that not everybody that comes into your life is a friend, no matter how they come in. And I've learned that over the years. So I like to observe, I like to get to know people, I like to, just take my time. I never rush into a friendship. I have to just
Me
observe
too.
you, be there when you're happy, sad, whatever, angry, mad, and see how you relate to other people or your other friends as well, which teaches me a lot about friendship.
I want to ask Lisa something.
Mhm.
So I listen to you and I see a lot of, I used to be, I'm a straight shooter as well, but I also, as someone mentioned, the delivery. Have you ever thought about, because we're older now, and as we get older, some things are still embedded in us, but there are times we look at it, okay, maybe I need to, if you have friends that your delivery hurts, right? Even though it's honesty, have you thought of maybe being a little bit more subtle or a little bit more nicer with the delivery? It's straight. There's no if or but or no nice. Maybe there's a nice way about it, but I I like to tell people the truth, but I also watch how I present it
Okay.
because everybody is different, and some people can get offended by even raising of the voice or that stern thing. So I deal with my friends accordingly, you know, change the tone because again, we're all different.
Right.
Good question, because as a matter of fact, Donna, one of my friends, is on the line. And sometimes Donna thinks that I come across harsh to her. And this is why I say too that you have friends, different levels, because the person that really knows and understands your personality.
Mhm.
So I may speak to Paula the same way, because Paula and I, and I'm sure everybody knows, Paula and I are really close. So I may say something to Paula, and she may not react to how I say, because she knows me. She knows that's how I am. So she may come across hard to her sometimes, and she may take it. I don't know. She hasn't really mentioned anything that way, but because she knows me. Whereas Donna, on the other hand, when I say something to Donna, Donna gets offended sometimes. And she will say to me, oh, I know you think that, you know, you are whatever, and, you know, but it hurt me. And then I would have to go back and say, you know what, Donna, I'm sorry if you felt that way, but that was not my intention. I am a really passionate person. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm very passionate. And for example, and I'm going to bring this up because Paula brought it up earlier. Paula said, one day, Paula was talking about me, because Paula loves to express how she feels about me a lot. And Donna was on the phone at the time while Paula was expressing. And Donna said, oh my gosh, Paula, that is so nice the way you talk about Lisa. Like, you know, that the way you talk about her, you're so, I guess, I don't know. Paula was saying, you know, Lisa, this, that, and the other, expressing her love and da, 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 da. And then she says, well, Lisa, you're not like that with Paula. And I said to her, hold up. And I said to Paula all the time, I said, and Paula said it, and I'm sure the people on the line who didn't know that Paula was talking about me, I'm going to say,
I figured that.
Yeah. Donna right away. I said, okay, everyone has their different things. So Paula has her thing where she likes to express what I mean to her. However, I may not be the person who likes to express, but if something happens, I am the one that's always doing. So I express my love for her by being there, no matter what. Like if something happens, I am the
True.
Right?
Love language.
We express our love for each other.
Love language.
Right? So yes, Mervia, I want to answer your question. I'm not deviating from that question. I want to answer that question. Yes, I can deliver differently sometimes. And I'm really trying to work on that because Donna told me about it several times. And I'm really trying. Like my God, it's hard for me because I actually I mentioned this to Paula. Sometimes we can't just say. We have to take responsibility for our actions. And sometimes we say, well, that's how I am, or that's who I am. And we can't really say that. We have to get to the place where we take responsibility, and we have to, know how we react to people, because it's not everybody is going to take you the way you are. I am working on that.
Me
And
too.
I like people call me out.
Right.
I like when people call me because it brings, that
Awareness.
Awareness.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they can know, it's not gonna happen overnight. So bear with me as a friend. And that's what a friend is. A friend is gonna know what your weaknesses are and still be able to put up with you.
Right.
And that's what a friend is. And I believe friendship, it has to be tested and proven.
Yes.
It will be.
You
Yes.
truly a friend. When your relationship has been tested, that's when you can really say, you know what, that's a friend.
Right. Yeah.
It's like having a relationship.
It is a
Donna, I
relationship.
knew you're ready to go, right?
Yes. So, oh my God, this was like I love this. Everything that everybody had to say. It was an eye opener in some ways, and I do appreciate all you women for coming out and taking the time just to talk about this. We should have a part 2. We could talk about menopause again. And so, anybody have any last words to say? now is the time to do it before we end this conversation.
I have one thing to say. I appreciate every last one of you guys for everything you said, because I know with me, I do deliver stuff harsh, and
Yes, you
I'm
do,
with her.
Debbie.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Lord Jesus, help me. But I really appreciate everything you said, because it really resonated, because I know what I need to do for me.
Yeah.
So I can, be that friend, and, so thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Donna, if I can say, or everyone, I'm sorry, I should have greeted everybody when I came on, but I was just so flustered trying to get on, and it was really frustrating. But I too have that problem with, it's not what I say, it's how I say it. It's the delivery of it. But it's about knowing the person and who the person is, the relationship that you have with that person, what that person said to me. Did that person mean harm? Or was that person trying to say something, for my good, in love? It's just the delivery of it. Sometimes I, like Lisa, can be very passionate about things too. Like one of the girls said to me at work the other day, we joke a lot, and one said to her, "Oh, I find out today that she's afraid of you," meaning me, I'm afraid of the person. And that person laughed. And she said, that's something funny, because whole company is afraid of her, meaning me, because everybody knows that I just shoot straight. Like, I say what I have to say, and that's it. And one thing, you'll hear feedback from people. They will say, one thing they know about me is I'm honest. I say what I have to say, and that's it. So it depends on you now in how you receive what I say. If you come to me, and I always say, if I say something to you and it offends you, come to me.
Right.
I'm not a monster. Come to me. And or if you hear that I say something, that's another thing. I don't throw rocks and hide my hands. If I said something, I'm going to say, yes, I said it. But in which context did you take it? If that's the way you took it, that's not what I meant. Give me that chance to explain myself, because as I said, if I'm a friend to you, I hold you near and dear to my heart, and I don't mean harm. If I mean harm, you're going to know. It's just that straight, cut and dry.
Okay. All right. So as we're about to go, Lisa, any last words from you, my co-host?
Yes, I honestly think that, in the Bible says that a friend sticketh closer than a brother.
Yeah.
No, it is so good when you can really have a person in your life that you can trust and that you can, tell things to, because sometimes you walk around with so much stuff on your head. And this life that we're living right now, there's so many things that are going on, and you really need people in your life, genuine people that you can trust, that you talk. It's not, we shouldn't take it for granted when we have people in our lives that we can trust. And it's not easy having a good friend. And so when you get a good friend, try to hold on to that person. And say that I love my friends. I love my friends dearly. I would do anything for them. What I take friendship seriously. And I love you guys. You guys who know that you're my friend. I love you guys. And I just trust that we can, understand each other and know each other's personality, to know you don't listen to the mouth, you listen to the heart.
That's amazing. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming on the platform. I thank you all for your words of wisdom and everything that you shared. It was amazing. I did learn a lot from you guys, and I'm sure we can learn from each other. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, Lisa, for being my co-host. I love you, girl. Like, I love you, I love you. I don't know, I must say this before I go. Lisa and Mervia are two ladies that, I don't know, we have a different level of friendship. Like, we don't go out together, whatever. But the reason why I'm drawn to these two women, and I really love them, like, really, like, these people are in my heart, because they're straightforward. They tell you the truth. They don't go around the bush, whatever. And I'm drawn to that. I like these women are just, yeah. But anyhow, I love all of you, but I'm just talking about these two.
Dolphy.
They have a place in my
Love you
heart.
too.
And I know that if I should say, Lisa, this is going on, can you do this? She's there. You know, it has never happened. It will never happen where I have to call on Lisa, but I'm just saying, if that should happen, I know if I call Mervia, it's the same thing, you know, and I really do give God thanks for you guys. Thank you guys again for coming on. Thank you for all my audience. Thank you for looking. You can comment, like, and share anytime. And please email us at deartotellall@gmail.com if you have a story to share, if you need to discuss something, and I will truly get back to you. Thank you guys again. It was
Awesome.
a discussion
This was
that
very
I love.
good.
Thank you,
Awesome.
sis. Love you, Debbie.
My
All right,
pleasure.
love
Nice
you,
Meet
Chris.
you guys,
Bye.
Deborah and
Bye.
Chris.
Bye.
Have a great day. Have a
Bye,
great
everyone.
weekend. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.